14 podcast. It's almost the holidays, baby. It's almost the holidays. Avery, how we feeling, man? How we feeling first week as a 27-year-old? How are you?
Good. I fell down the stairs yesterday. That was awesome.
What? What?
So my girlfriend's condo was flooding. Okay. Um, she's like in the middle floors. There was a sprinkler leak on like 30 or something, and it's someone in my family's birthday yesterday. So I was like, okay, I want to leave around 11 to get back for the football games and be back here. Elevators are out as soon as we wake up. I open the door. There's just a shower going on down the stairwell, puddles everywhere throughout condo. I'm like, okay, whatever. Like we're going to Kansas. So there was a lot of stuff to be packed. And I was like, you know what? I'll take the shit. I'll take all the stuff. We're going. She said, okay, let's take 2 trips. I said, absolutely not. I said, I'm not doing like fucking 20 floor down, 20 floors.
You tried to be a hero. Just call it what it is. You
Oh,
tried to
absolutely.
be a hero.
I was like, I'm not doing 2 trips. There's just no way. So it's like raining through the stairs, and my girlfriend had said that she had slipped and fallen when it flooded last time. I was like, I can't possibly do that, right? Like, I won't do that. I'm cruising through 10 flights, and then I just ate shit on one of them. I didn't even have my shoes tied up. Fucking fell out from me. I got her big ass suitcase in one arm. I have my shit too. Ate shit down the stairs for a little
Do we
bit.
need to get you a life alert?
No, I was wearing like, I have this Rawlings bag that I've had forever.
Yeah.
And I bring it everywhere. Like, it just has all my shit in it. I had it over my left. I was carrying on the right, her huge suitcase, and I fell onto the bag, which was pretty good. Like, saved me.
Wow.
Could have been a good fall.
We need
Yeah.
Avery to get a life alert.
Yeah, no.
That's what we need.
And it was like my girlfriend right away was like, I fucking told you so. I was like, yeah, you know what? You were right. And then
Tough one. Yeah, it's a tough one when they're like, you realize maybe just 2 trips would have been like, okay. You know,
yeah.
It's like maybe 2 trips. But I have a funny story. So I've been going on a couple dates with this girl. And she's fine with me telling this story. I already talked to her about it. But and it's like peels back the curtain. Like, she rocks. I like hanging out with her. We're out at dinner, and she says to me, she's like, do you know how to read a clock? Like, that's how, am I that dumb? Like, she's like to me, do you know how to read a clock? And I'm like, excuse me? Do I know how to read a fucking clock? And then she's like, I didn't mean that for you to be dumb. I was just like, do you know how to read a clock? She's like, yes. Contrary to popular belief, I am dumb, but I do know how to read a fucking clock. But yeah, that's
and there was no, she didn't need help. She was just asking. That was the question.
She was just asking. Like, she was like, look, like we were just talking. She's like, do you know how to, like, just random, do you know how to read a clock? I'm like, I think so. Yeah. I mean, 5, 10, like, yeah, I know how to read a fucking clock, but that's a little tap in there. But yeah, man. I mean, this Blue Jays land has been tough, Avery. It's been absolutely tough. And I wanted to allude to this.
I almost lost it this week, man. I got the impatient Twitter person fucking feels. I did it. And it was the Mike Soroka night that did me in. I don't know
really? That was the one?
Who else signed that night too?
Kepler.
It was Max Kepler and Mike Soroka signing that somehow sent me over the edge for a couple hours.
Yeah,
it's like, what the fuck are we doing?
You rarely lose your cool too. Like, that was I was like, wow, this is out of character for Ave.
I know, and as soon as I said it, I was like, I'm an idiot for doing this, but that's how I feel how everyone else feels today at this point. And then it sucks, but that it has me thinking that we're broke. Like, they're not actually going to spend this year.
I actually think we might be broke boys.
Yeah,
I think we might be broke boys.
Because the only reason you can be like, the Yankees are going out and making shit happen because they have the money to spend. I guess they're making a bunch of trades, but they're just like, okay, we're done. We still have that money. Let's go use it now and get the guys we really want.
Yeah.
The Jays are trying to do that while also being smart about it, I think. Corbin Burns had offered a ton of money. Corbin Burns isn't taking that money.
No.
From what we know, Corbin Burns is not taking a ton of money from the Toronto Blue Jays.
We just have to socially accept the fact that Corbin Burns, for the first player in MLB history to not care about money. Like that is, and you know what? All the power to him. You want to live in San Fran? Go right the fuck ahead, man. Honestly, you don't want to play in front of a back-to-back team gold glove. Have at it. Have at it, man. Go enjoy fucking San Francisco, dude. Because we have a pretty good inkling sourced up. Toronto Blue Jays have offered a pretty significant amount of money to Corbin Burns, and Cuckbin Burns, that's what we're gonna call him, is the first ever player that's like, I just love the game. I would potentially ruin my arm for free. I would do this shit for free, just for the love of the game. That's what Corbin Burns wants to do.
He wants to play for the oldest league in baseball, the National.
Yeah, he's a National League guy. Like, do you blame him? I mean, he kind of carved in the AL East, so you can't really compare that. But Corbin Burns,
He wants to defend his Cy Young crown of the National, and that's okay.
yes, and that's fine. I will say, when he comes to Toronto, it won't be this year with the Giants. It'll probably be the year after. I'm gonna go out of my way. I might schedule a Gate 14 night.
No, the Giants would be here this year, John.
No, they played there last year.
They played in San Fran last year.
Oh, really?
Yes, Spencer Horwitz hit the ball into the water, did he not?
Okay, you're right. I'm thinking of 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Logan Webb and Casey Schmidt were here.
Yes.
Was that 2 years ago? Yeah. But yeah, I'm at the point now where it's like, when he is pitching against the Jays, I'm borderline gonna do a Gate 14 night, and we are gonna go early, and we're gonna sit in the bullpen seats and make him want to hate his life with the Boo Birds while he's warming up.
I think we're a little early on this because what if he signs in Toronto?
Well, no, this is hypothetical alleged in court. You can't sue me for this. This is all alleged.
Yes.
So I just want you to say, like, I will retract. I will retract all of this if he signs here. Just an asterisk beside this, obviously. But if he doesn't, I will make his life a living hell. When like he gives up a home run, it will be tweeted. Just so we're clear. I don't care if he has a sub-2 ERA. You give up a bomb, we will be tweeting it. So Corbin Burns, enjoy San Fran, man. Like, enjoy the time change, pal. Like, oh, you like watching NFL at 10 a.m.? Not even awake yet. The fucking NFL games are on. You like enjoy it, man. Enjoy it, Corbin. That's all I'm gonna say. Your family's like, think about your family. Your kids are gonna have to adjust to 3-hour time change now. That's a little different. I know some guys who are fathers, their kids' sleep schedules get fucked up, and that's just something that he's gonna have to live with, unfortunately.
What time do kids go to bed, by the way, John?
Around 7 or 8 p.m. during the week. So his kids are technically going to be going to bed at 5 o'clock if he moves there. It's something to think about. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, this will all be retracted, of course, if he ends up signing here, and I will issue an apology. But it doesn't seem like that. Let's be realistic here. He's not signing here.
No, he's done. I'm kind of fuck, man. Nothing in my body wants Alex Bregman on the team for some reason.
Me neither.
And it's I don't know. It's how I feel about it. I haven't broken it down. There's no stats to say that. It's just like I don't know if Alex Bregman is the way. And I think it's because this is bad. I think I want Orelvis Martinez to play third.
No, shut the fuck up.
I think it's because I want Orelvis Martinez to play.
But in terms of the Bregman stuff, though, Avery, I'm at the point now where it's like, beggars can't be choosers. I mean,
yeah, fuck.
It's like we are scraping bottom of the barrel right now for guys. I mean, I genuinely don't know what Ross Atkins is doing. I said it. I tweeted it. Maybe he's out of office till January 6th, January 5th. I don't know what he is doing. I don't know what he's cooking. I think a lot of the times we give him a benefit of the doubt a lot, where it's like, let's just wait until spring training. I said that a lot of times last year, and his biggest signing was like Justin Turner. I'm not really sure why I keep saying that to myself. Like, oh, let's wait it out. Let's let Ross figure some shit out, you know?
Yeah. Let's let Ross cook some of this steamiest pile of garbage that you could ever put together and say that it's all right. Again, you do have to do that. You have to wait for the full season for things to happen.
Yes.
There's moves to be made and things that can get better, but as the guys get picked off one by one, you can lose some faith, but really the guys they were trying to go after that everyone thought, it would be nice if our front office thought outside of the box and wasn't just going after the players that everyone on Twitter thought they should go after.
Yeah.
But those guys we thought about going after are still there for the most part.
Yeah, I don't know what Santander and Burns is waiting for. Like,
The
I
Santander market is surprisingly quiet. I
yeah,
haven't seen much on that at
I
all.
think he wants too much, man. I mean, it's always tricky signing a guy after a like legacy year, like
Yeah,
his best year ever. You know, it's like how do you evaluate that? How do you evaluate that sample size of a year? Is Anthony Santander good? 100%, right? Like he's good, but are teams gonna be willing to overpay when a guy had a legit the greatest year of his fucking life? You know, it's kind of
it's the
it's weird.
Teoscar Hernandez thing too, kind of,
Yeah.
right?
Again, I'm Teo pilled. I know you posted this the other day. Just fuck it. Run it back.
I know.
Fuck Teo.
I'm in the middle of making a video that it's just I'm recounting the 8-1 game. Like, how bad was it really? And so I've watched every pitch of that game again. It's just as bad as the first time you watched
Oh,
it.
dude, it's
But I'm gonna go through it, has have some good stuff in there. It'll be an enjoyable watch, I promise the people. I'm
yeah, it's
hoping
listen, it's credit to you for watching that back. I still have yet to watch it back.
that my whole thing, the start of it's gonna be sometimes you have to look back to go forward.
Yes.
Because not a single good thing has happened to this baseball team since that game.
No, I actually 100% agree.
I
Like
I know we made the playoffs, John, but we got
did
bageled.
we though?
We got
Did we
bageled
though?
in the
I mean,
playoffs. Yeah.
did we though? I mean, I don't know if I call 2022 making or 2023 making the playoffs. I mean, we
And
played 18
seeing
extra
some
innings.
of the routes that Rymel Tapia took in
Oh
left
my
field
god.
game 2
Oh my god. Would have
is
killed to have the Zimbalm left. The Zimbalm gets under those.
I know they left him out, and then Lourdes Gurriel hamstring injury,
The
Whit
Zimbalm.
Merrifield hitting the head.
It's
That's
it's a question that you talk about with your grandkids. It's like if Bradley Zimmer was on the Jays playoff roster in 2022, do they make the division series? And it's a great question to ask because it's like kind of he was really good defensively. I mean, I mean, was he the worst bat ever? Statistically, I think he had one of the worst seasons in MLB
I
history.
think he
Fine,
did. Yes.
but like sometimes you got to sacrifice. And he could have been our little American Dalton Pompey on that
Yeah.
roster.
But
He
then
could have.
the Teo talk, if we want to go back to it, just the most clutch player,
Oh,
big time. Sorry, maybe not the most clutch because someone's gonna come in here and put his clutch stats that I haven't looked at. But
yes.
if Fangraphs didn't exist, I would think he was the most clutch player ever. Um, and those 2 home runs are fucking
Well,
moon
the
bombs.
Teo talk for Blue Jays fans is this. Our last memory of Teoscar Hernandez, he launched 2 baseballs into orbit in a fucking playoff game. He's in a pretty good boat.
Yeah,
Like we completely disregard and forget all the defensive mishaps he had, which there were a lot. I will say the Otani one's imprinted in my brain, the right field one. But fuck, I mean, his last memory is just being the greatest postseason hitter I've ever fucking seen. It's
yeah,
like it's a win-win for him, to be honest. And everyone just disregards how bad he was in Seattle because he was sick in LA last year. But
yeah. And Seattle. So nice tidbit about Seattle. I saw someone on Twitter say this. It is more fuck, what was the word they used too? Tough time for uneducated guy here.
yeah,
Um, so Coors Field and Seattle, it's more extreme. Hitting, that's the word I'm looking for. That was a
yes,
very basic word.
great word, basic.
It was more extreme to hit in Seattle than it was at Coors Field this year. That's how bad the conditions were to hit.
Wow.
So the park factor was lower than everything else. I think Colorado was 110 park factor, and then Seattle was 89. So it was more extreme to hit at T-Mobile in Seattle than it was to hit at Coors Field. So at that point, you can't give anyone shit for that. That it's like the Jorge Polanco thing. Yeah, he sucked ass last year. So does everyone who hit at that field. So
Yeah,
I think it's an absolute just disregard playing in Seattle.
he's just a dog. And again, okay, I've been trying to not loser post it or can we get community noted, which we will talk about in a second here. Um, the notification of Teoscar Hernandez signing somewhere else, I'll be honest with you, I'm going to hand up. It's going to hurt if he doesn't sign. Again, I know this is loser posting and it might be a quote unquote overpay, whatever. I don't give a shit about money anymore with the Blue Jays. It's going to hurt, Abe. Let's just call a spade a spade
You know why it's gonna hurt though,
because it's going to be with the Red Sox, right?
or the Yankees.
God damn it. Yeah, that'll suck.
Yeah,
That'll suck.
that's why it's going. If he went to the Diamondbacks or something, that wouldn't hurt as much, right? But he's an AL East guy, I
Oh,
think.
for sure.
I think there's absolutely no doubt in my mind.
He would rock at Fenway, dude. Oh my God.
Yeah, he would.
He would hit a million
That
home runs.
it's so easy. Santander to the Blue Jays, Teoscar to the Red Sox. And they should just be a handshake deal with everyone involved. Will take a month to figure out the terms for both of the guys, but
Yeah.
that's where they should be at. Can we talk about some moves around the league, because every other GM is working except for ours?
Ross is right now. Ross is
We did
war
sign
against.
we did sign the tallest person in
I
baseball.
don't give a fuck. But Ross Atkins is right now engaging in the war against work.
Yes.
Um,
I'm also done work for the year too, so like I
you
understand.
feel it, yeah.
Yeah, I stand
You
with
feel it.
Ross.
You feel it. Ross is right now doing the war against work, which again, all the power to you, Ross. Man, you work your dick off, I guess. From like January, the second week of January to December 1st, maybe. So go ahead and take that month and a half off. Go ahead and take that month off. What he did was signing this pitcher who, again, I don't know his name. But this was a move you just do to be like, you hand in your group project. Like you just, all right, I helped. I got a guy on December 16th or whatever the fuck it was. Like that's December 20th. Sorry. Yeah, you can't say I wasn't doing anything. I did this. Like it's like, oh, you didn't help on the group project. Well, I did this paragraph on the group project. That's what I did. That's what Ross Atkins did. With the Chris Paul drills a three down 40.
Josh Walker.
Yeah.
It took me a while to remember his fucking name.
Yeah. So he signs Josh Walker, which is essentially with all the moves that are happening in the AL East. It was the Chris Paul drills a 40, drills a three down 40. I'm gonna need someone to edit that, by the way. A picture of Chris Paul, the drills 40 thing, but it's Ross Atkins. And it's Ross Atkins makes a signing. That's what that is. But yeah, it's the Yankees. Can you say they got better? Sure, more rounded, I guess. I mean, you have an actual center fielder now that can play you got better defensively. You have a Gold Glove center fielder in Cody Bellinger, right? Is he a good hitter? No, I would die on the sword that he's not that great of a hitter anymore. But you got better in center field defensively. You also traded for one of the best closers in the league in Devin Williams, and you kind of gave up fuck all for him, to be honest with you, in my opinion at least, because I don't care about prospects. But yeah, it's like the Paul Goldschmidt signing. They'll hate him within the next month and a half.
Yeah, he's gonna platoon. He's
with Ben Rice.
Yeah, he crushes lefties.
Sad way to go out for Paul Goldschmidt. A Hall of Fame career. He's platooning with Ben Rice now. Not great.
Yeah, for the same money that Justin Turner made last year.
Yeah, it's a sad way to go out. That's why you got to know when to kind of fold them. Like that. I don't remember if I was singing that song, but
Kenny Rogers, the gambler, right?
Kenny Rogers, the gambler. You got to know when to fold him, Paul. And going out sad at Yankee Stadium is not a good way to end that career. I'll say it. 98 OPS plus last year. Springsy's better. No, I don't think so. I don't think George Springer's better. But our Yankees are just battling, man. They're battling. They really are.
Yeah.
And the Yankees fans are coping. It's like, oh, I'd rather have these players than Juan Soto. No.
He's the reason. Well, regular season Judge and Juan Soto are the reason you went to
the playoffs.
You guys were worth a shit and went to the playoffs and were that good, won the division. Like, yeah, I don't think they're better than last year still. The team had issues last year. And this is I think so. I said this to you, we were playing Fortnite. I think the team is more well-rounded. I think the team's worse, but I think they can win more games.
But they don't have that besides
Put that,
Judge.
put that in your pipe and smoke it. I don't know how I got there, but that's how I got there.
Well, yeah, I'd agree, but I think they don't have that it factor. Like, they don't have that besides Judge, you know?
Yeah,
that
true.
Other guy in the lineup, that's a thumper, you know?
Agreed.
Like, we'll see what Paul Goldschmidt does. Less time playing and stuff. I don't really know how that's going to work out. But, I mean, year 5 of Jason Dominguez got to turn it around. Year 5 rookie season. But, yeah, I don't know. it's a weird place to be in for the Blue Jays. I'm trying to be. I mean, there's nothing really much to be optimistic about, but it's a weird place to be in.
We're still in. Like our name is in the hat for every player in baseball, which is starting. I don't care about the reports anymore.
Me neither. I'm out on him.
Like Helsley, yeah, man, for
Oh
sure.
my God, dude. Helsley would be so sick. He is so sick, Avery.
He's got
He
one
is.
year. He's got 1 year though on his deal.
Yeah, but again, so you're not going to give up much for him, though. Like, so does Devin Williams. I don't think you're going to be giving up. Uh,
True. But I
again, like
think
you want to talk about loser posting, Avery. If I see another team get Ryan Helsley and they're not giving up that much, I'm going to be pissed, to be honest with you. I hate to say it. Like, I will be pissed.
yeah. I mean, we've notably fleeced the Cardinals for a couple deals.
Yeah.
I think we can just go back and do it again. They
Go
do.
back to the well. But
They're,
Kime wasn't there.
they're trying to get cheaper as well. Like that's the
Yeah.
Cardinals thing. So, yeah, interesting that that's on the docket. But I mean, at this point, the Blue Jays team is not an elite closer is not going to let this make this team win the division.
But it does help for a wild card, right?
True. I mean, I still think they're on the. Yeah, I don't. I
They're
don't
on the
think.
outside looking in. Again, there is tons of moves, Avery, that need to be made for me to confidently say this team will be battling for a wild card spot. That's just what it is.
How cool would it be for us to come on this show? We do the preseason, like when we do our show of, hey, the win total's this. Are they going over under? We both say under, and they make the playoffs.
Oh my God.
That's
Would be a great take
I
to
am
do that.
now hoping, like, reaching out to God, praying to God that we put together a magical season, that all of the young guys take a Boston Red Sox full year leap.
Yes. And Will Wagner's a big bat. I mean, that's a bat that I could talk. I mean, obviously he was fucking sick, but Will Wagner rocks. I will say I am out on Alan Roden, although I'm
There's
fighting.
no reason to be out on Allen Road.
Again, he's a prospect, man. I mean, the same people that were pumping the tires of Alan Roden were pumping the tires of Addison Barger, who, oh my God, was I right on Addison Barger? Again,
You cannot say you're right on Addison Barger at this
that's
point.
a take I will die on the hill of, and if I'm wrong, I will just pat myself and just say, you know what, Johnny, you're a fucking moron.
He's the most
I'm out on Addison Barger. I don't care.
okay.
Yeah.
He's the most tooled up guy they have. If he somehow puts it together, it could be good. But Alan Roden is like a legit great baseball player.
Yeah, I mean, sure, he's great.
And he's probably not going to break.
Triple A.
Yeah, he's probably not going to. That's the only time he's gotten there.
You know who was also going Triple A? Not a Ricochet shot because he's a good friend of mine. I guess it's kind of mean, but Kevin Smith was lighting up the world in Triple A 3 years ago. He was hitting like 350, 360.
Sure, but that's a contact guy. Like,
okay, we'll see roadheads. Come at me, roadheads. Okay,
that's the guy I don't think is going to break camp with the team. Like, it's not. You don't need to be out on Alan Roden. He's going. The best path for Alan Roden is to be the Spencer Horwitz of 2025.
Okay, and I'll eat my words again. If I'll eat my words, I like Alan Roden as the person. I'm trying to learn to like him as the player. That's where I'm at. Okay, that's where I'm at with Alan Roden. Okay, and that's where I'm at with the roadheads. But
we do have some Vladdy news and engaged in Bo trade talks again.
Yes.
News. Yes. If we want to get to that.
So yeah, Ken Rosenthal talked about this. So for the listeners that don't know, Ken Rosenthal dropped an article. That little fucking freak dropped an article, and he said the Jays are trying to lock up Vladdy. Turns out he was actually sourced up incorrect because Vladdy confirmed it today on a podcast. And Bo Bichette, they'd have to be blown out of the water for a Bo Bichette deal. Which, again, this is stuff that I think essentially we already knew, to be honest. Like, breaking news, a team is trying to lock up their superstar. Like, again, I'm not really... But it is cool that Vladdy just openly dumped on us today what the numbers were. So where were you at with the numbers? For the people that don't know, after Vladdy's 2021 season, the runner-up MVP season where he lost to the best player that ever existed, Shohei Ohtani, the Toronto Blue Jays offered Vladdy 7 years, $150 million. I said it was a slap in the face, and I stand by that. Where are you at with that? We'll break that down first, then we'll break down the recent one that they had.
Well, you were buying out years of R where he'd be pretty cheap.
But
right?
he's also biting into free agent years, and he'd go into his free agent year as a 29-year-old.
That's a Alex Anthopoulos Atlanta Braves deal. That's if he signs that, Ross is the best general manager of all time.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. That's what it is. Okay, and then the one after Soto was 340 million.
which I think again is a low ball.
That should have been at the end of this year before the
Yes.
Soto thing.
Yes.
I feel like it was a little late on it. Like that number is what everyone was thinking of. It was Passan who came out and said he wouldn't even get 300 million, right?
Yeah.
So
Passon said
I
that
think that was a good number at the wrong time. Um,
for
like
sure.
if it was 2 months earlier, there's talking to, but the Soto number got out of control, and Vlad's going to get 450 to 500 million. Like that's what he is
That's
going to
just
want.
what it is. And I think that's what Vladdy evaluates himself at as well. I mean, we're talking about a guy who, again, he's young still and has shown unreal years in his career. A down year for him, which we called a down year in 2022. The guy was still good in 2022. He just wasn't the Vladdy we were used to in 2021. He was still good. Like 2023 was really the only bad year of a full season he's really had.
Yeah.
But yeah, again, 340 million. Vladdy indicated that that's not even in the same not even the same stratosphere of what he wants. Which I get it. Obviously, I understand, especially seeing the Soto number. Is he the same hitter as Soto? No, but yeah, it's a kind of an insane thing to offer a guy when you just offered someone 740 million or whatever it was
Yeah,
like a week before, right?
it is true. Um, I feel I feel like he actually does want to stay. And that was always my thing was, did he want to stay, or did he say he wanted to stay so he could try and get more money? And they work in unison, honestly. I think he does want to be a Blue Jay for the rest of his career. Or at least the next 10 years before they
Yes.
trade him when he's at the end.
Yeah.
So I have no problem. I'm hoping they work towards getting something done. Just fucking pay him. Pay him 500 million, man. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah. Who cares?
People are going to complain if he makes 35 million or if he makes 50.
Yeah, I'm right there with you, man. I mean, again, this is where I am at with this is the fans. We're the podcast for the fans, so we can speak on this. So they can't talk about this on the Sportsnet stuff. If Vladdy is not a Blue Jay for life, especially the way the things have been going in this offseason as well as last offseason, you will lose a massive chunk of this fan base. That's just what it is. And I know we're going to nickel and dime. People will complain about the term, the money, no matter what Vladdy signs for. But you win over a pretty decent amount of these fans if you lock up Vladdy. Like, you mentioned Vladdy in Toronto. People that don't even really watch the Jays know who he is. Like, he is the face of the franchise. That's just what it is. And that's the price you're going to have to pay, especially with the season he had last year. You're gonna lose so many people, man. Like this is the most aggravated and angry I have seen Toronto Blue Jays fans ever. Legit ever. My mentions are a cesspool of hell right now. And I know Ross Atkins and Mark Shapiro know that. You just renovated $600 million worth of renovations at your stadium. You got to put asses in seats. This is a one step to do that. This is a step you take in the direction to put asses in seats is locking up Vladdy. And if they don't do that, I hate to say it, we're fucked. We're royally fucked.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right about that.
And you just gave up your first base. You just gave up a first baseman that was technically next in line. If you lost Vladdy, you
Yep.
don't have a backup plan now at first base.
No. But what the first basemen are going for right now isn't a ton, too.
Yeah.
Right? Like you see some of these deals being made for those guys, they're not huge deals. And he'll be the one to reset the first base market because none of the other elite first basemen are hitting free agency anytime soon. Not like Freeman or Bryce Harper, obviously.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what he's gonna do. My main concern is imagine Vladdy leaves and it's a whole new not ownership, front office too.
Oh my God.
And they get rid of Ross and Mark after Vladdy leaves. Like the dark days after that, I think would be unbearable.
They would be.
It would be god awful if Vladdy leaves and there's new front office. And then yeah, it's rebuilding the team from there. We're 5 years from being worth a shit. It'll feel like after that.
We were talking about this in the group chat, and again, I would kill to have if Ross Atkins and Mark Shapiro get fired. Mark Shapiro and Ross Atkins tell all, like the deals they turned down. Because I know one of the deals was Kirk and Pearson for J-Ram that was close to being finalized, right? Avery, like that was, I don't think the Jays accepted it or it was like it was close. Imagine the fucking names the Jays could have got for Ricky T.
Yeah.
Like, holy shit. I would love to hear some of the moves that didn't happen with this team. It'd be sick. I wish the Jays were publicly owned. It was like you had to release all the information. It's like, oh, we turned this down, turn this down, turn this down. They didn't accept this. It would be cool to just kind of know that stuff, to be honest with you.
Yeah. So I guess Ross has 2 more years on his contract, but if the team sucks again, it could be the end, dude. It could be the end.
This is the end. I mean, I really, it's just, it's dark times, man. We're not loser posting. We're just like, it's just what it is. As of right now, December 22nd, this sucks. That's just what it is. Like, we're just gonna have to just do Gate 14 stuff, try to have fun, do some fun events and stuff because goddamn, dude, I not looking good, bruv, as the
No,
kids say. It's not looking
no,
good,
he'll
bruv.
be on terrorist watch, unfortunately,
Yeah, he will be. He'll be a threat to democracy. Um,
in our great
if
country.
that did happen, but it is again. Hopefully, next time we talk to you guys, hopefully in the new year, like February or whatever, it's like this team's kind of sneaky. We got a little Helsley in that bullpen. Signed Santander. The starting rotation's still good, even if they don't get Burns. I think, in my opinion, but it would be nice to add a top of the line starter, right? With guys getting older like Gossman and Bassett and stuff, and Barrios. But you mentioned a stat that was funny to me. This is the most lucky pitching rotation in baseball.
Oh, yeah, there's sports information services. Did I bring that up here? Or
I
was
don't
that
know if you did bring it up here.
okay? YJ sent it to me. He's locked in, man. That guy is
Yeah.
is locked in. He sent me, yeah, top 10 luckiest pitchers in baseball. Ryan Yarbrough was one. It was like Bowden, Bassett, Gosman were all on the list. Oh, Barrios was probably definitely on it. It might not have
Yo,
been.
oh, for sure.
Yeah, it was Barrios was definitely on there. It was like the whole starting rotation was lucky last year. And it was like, oh, fuck me. This might not go well. If you look into the stats for this upcoming season. But yeah, that's just where we're at, man. The pitching rotation's fine.
I think that's a
I think
do
we
you
get
get
the I think we get the Gosman bounce back so much.
yes.
He So we used to do when I would do a lot of fantasy, I still do, but fantasy baseball stuff. After the COVID season, or no, the lockout shortened season in 21, it was like these guys didn't have spring training, right? And then they sucked. Maybe it was the COVID one. I have all my years messed up now. The older guys who didn't have spring training, who were super routine based, struggled. And it's like, hey, these are the easiest bounce back candidates you could ever look at in your life. Kevin Gosman has been he's been in the big leagues forever, but again, a great starter for what, 4 years,
Yeah.
maybe five. I think four. You'd say he's been a great start in this league, and then you take away his spring training. We talked about this with CB. Of course, he's going to get off to a rough start. Things are going to be tough for his first couple outings. He was great in his first one, struggled a little bit after that. Strikeout numbers were down. I think it's so easy we get Kevin Gosman back to Cy Young votes next season.
So okay, that brings up a question. This would be a good clip. That brings up a question. Buy low, sell high candidate currently on the Toronto Blue Jays in 2025. Who are you buying low on? I know you talked about Gossman. Would that be your guy?
That's a good one. I'm gonna buy low on David Schneider.
Okay.
Not a single person wants to talk about David Schneider, and he is the cheap power. He got exposed. The swing went to shit. I think he would say that
He
to
got in
us.
his head a lot.
Got in his head a lot. High fastballs. They found a way to pitch to him. So he has the full year sample size of how they're going to pitch to him. The power's there. I was looking at barrel percent. There's two people over 10%, Vladdy and David Schneider. He can hit for power. I'm gonna bet on him to bounce back a little bit here this upcoming season. So I would love to buy low on David Schneider.
I'm buying low on Bo. I've said this song and dance, this praise all the time. I'm trusting the guy who is a pure hitter who Blue Jays fans wanted locked up over Vladdy literally a year ago today. I love Bo Bichette. I trust Bo Bichette. I think I am buying low on him. And I think, especially in a contract year, he's going to have a freak of a year. He's going to be an absolute menace to society this year, and I can't wait for it. Who's your sell high guy?
Can't really sell high on anyone who fucking played like the only option is Bowden Francis, and I don't know if I want to do that.
Yeah, I wouldn't either on Bowden.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
it was like yeah, him and Horwitz are the only guys you would sell kind of high on. You're not
maybe I'll
selling
just clip the buy low thing because I don't really know. Like,
no
there's
like
no
that.
one that really had career years that I can.
Yeah, Bowden is the exact thing of a sell high.
But I trust the stuff to a term where it's like I don't think I'd even.
For sure. I'm in the
Yeah,
same boat too. Like, yeah, he fits the mold of what we would want to do for that little segment of
yeah,
selling high, but I think he can be pretty good. It was kind of magical how he got through that stretch of being the best pitcher
for
in
sure.
baseball, just throwing heaters middle, and people swinging through him. But there was enough pitch selection change. He can get people out. We got the great mentality change. Like he's just a dog, man. Get out there, let it eat, like you said. So yeah, I don't think I want to. I don't have anyone I totally want to sell high on, and
Yeah,
that might also be their faults that no one wanted to play well enough to be sold high.
well, that's fair. I mean, if there, it'd be cool to have guys that like had career years last year, not named Vladdy. But yeah, there really wasn't guys that did that. But another guy, as this bullpen's constructed right now, Avery, gun to your head, we might have talked about this last week. Yimmy's the closer, right? Like
Yeah,
100%.
yeah, Jimmy for sure, the closer. That dumbass song. I know people responded to it that they liked it
I
too.
love it.
I can't get in on that song. I can't do it.
I love it.
Yeah, Jimmy's for sure the closer. He was the closer this year, pretty much,
Yeah,
right?
he was when Romano
I think
went
you
down.
can trust that guy at the back end. So yeah, Jimmy's just Jimmy Heaters. Give him the ball in the ninth. We got a decent enough chance.
Yeah, I've been I deleted a loser post tweet because I felt like Blue Jays died when I tweeted and I immediately just deleted it. But um, the way the lineup is right now, it's tough to really talk myself into like this team being a wagon. And one thing that's gonna suck is Dalton Varsho being out for the first month. We're the Jays
Oh,
fans that hated him are going to be they're going to be seeing how valuable Dalton Varsho is to a baseball team with him gone for that first month. Nathan Lucas is in this fucking lineup.
well, I don't know. Yeah, maybe he'll start with the team. Draft neck Mark. First of all, stupid fucking name.
Fucking loser, idiot, moron, freak.
And second of all, what a stupid list, man. And he didn't even say the only thing that you could chirp Dalton Varsho for is that he's going to be hurt for a month plus of this season. And it's a shoulder injury with no spring training, rehab games he's going to have to play. Yeah, he's probably going to be a worse hitter than he was last year if we had to think. So that was the only thing you could chirp him for to put him that low on a list of
But
center
again,
fielders.
I don't understand how brain dead some people are. Like, I know I'm dumb. I am not the brightest human being on the planet. But this bozo moron and not even really having minions because he got ratioed by you, by everyone, by me, by people on Twitter. How do you like again, I know there's people out there that are indifferent, that aren't really indifferent actually,
He
that
ranked
hate
Dalton Varsho 23rd in a list of center fielders in Major League
he
Baseball.
ranked Dalton Varsho 23rd behind Jose Siri, who was a 190 hitter last year, had a 1.9 B WAR, just objectively not a good hitter. Good fielder, sure, but still not even on the same stratosphere as Dalton Varsho. It's like, I know there's Dalton Varsho haters. Is he a big power bat that we thought we were getting because he had like, what, 25 home runs in Arizona the year before? Maybe. I don't know. You could talk about that. But Dalton Varsho is a well-rounded, actual good baseball player, and the stats say that. The guy has a 99 OPS plus, weighted runs created plus, which means he's a league average hitter, and he's one of the best defenders in the league in the outfield. That's just what it is. Over a 5 WAR, B WAR last year. He is good. Is he a guy that, again, I think people are more mad at Dalton Varsho because of the lineup he's in and you expecting more from him. But Dalton Varsho in like the 8th or 9th hole of a lineup is an awesome, well-rounded player and a great part to have in your lineup. That's what Dalton Varsho is.
Yeah, Dalton Varsho had a higher WAR than the number one player on his list, which I mean, and he's like, I don't know why Blue Jays fans get mad at my rankings every year. And Dalton Varsho's the reason why this year.
But when you're an account like that, Avery, it's like you clearly use numbers to base opinion. But when all the numbers are against you, people are going to get mad because it's stupid. You're just an
Yes.
idiot. Like that's just what it is, man.
Yeah. And again, if he said Dalton Varsho had shoulder surgery and is not going to play a month plus of this season, then you could say, okay. But that's not what this list was at all. He's like, yeah, I'm not so sure he's a great center fielder. The only reason he wasn't playing center field because the best center fielder of
Ever.
our generation was playing center field, and we brought him back. Even
Yeah, it's
then, we
funny.
we thought he should be playing center field over Kiermaier potentially.
You ratioed the shit out of
I
him.
know. I was talking to my girlfriend about this too. When someone makes, we're the ones who are supposed to make fun of our people, and when other people start trying to make fun of our people, that's when I have to get defensive.
Yeah, like yeah, it's like we can criticize Varsho, not fucking you.
Exactly.
Like
So
we can criticize Bo, not you. You aren't a part of this. You aren't grinding day in day out watching these guys. Those are our guys. It's
yeah,
like when you're. It's like it's like when you have. It's like when someone says something about your kid. It's like, man, you got to like tone your kid down a little bit. It's like, no, I'm the one that dictates that, not you. You
yes,
you don't get to say shit. You don't have to be a. It's like a backseat driver in a car. It's like
yep.
just shut the fuck up, sit in the passenger seat, and let me drive. That's what that
If
is.
I want to say Dalton Varsho is the 23rd best center fielder in baseball,
You can,
people will also call me stupid for that though. Like that's just what you
but
have to
our
deal with.
people should be doing that.
Correct. I agree.
Our
So
Blue Jays
so I
fans,
have to protect our fan base, our people, when we have morons who come and say outrageous
like
shit
Giraffe
like,
Neck Mark.
yeah, bad
Just
name.
a fucking grown man who calls himself Giraffe Neck Mark. I mean, it doesn't get much worse. It really doesn't. And I'm shocked that he's a Mets to learn that he's a Mets fan, ranking Jose Siri, who got traded for a literal bucket of balls and Timbits, better than fucking Dalton Varsho. Yeah, try again, man.
All right, we want to do some listener questions
Yeah,
from True RGM, the best to ever do it. If Ross Atkins was on the Polar Express, what word would get punched on his ticket?
hope.
Or or cope would be nice too.
Hope would be two. Yeah, that'd be one.
All right, from Iggy. This is for John. What Jays do you think most likely still believe in Santa deep
Zach
down?
Pop.
I was gonna say Zach.
Zach Pop believes in like again. I am gonna say this. I am dumb, but Zach Pop gives me the just space cadet, just
Yeah.
out to lunch type of guy. That's what he is.
Uh, yeah. And then this one was for me. Do you think the Jays need a leverage left-handed pitcher out of the pen, or do you think that Isert, Little, or Walker will step in to face pockets of lefties in the 6th, 7th, 8th? I think Bren Little is going to be the guy, man. I really do think he's going to be
Yeah,
good. That curveball return numbers that were fucking insane. And like YJ said to me before, he cannot get worse against right-handers because last year he was giving up a home run on 50% of his fly balls against right-handed batters.
that's
50%.
ridiculous,
It
dude.
was insane.
That is ridiculous.
If he continues to do that, he won't be playing baseball anymore. I think he's better than that. So yeah, I think little heads need to stand up.
Yeah,
Oakville Jays says, will Mark Shapiro get a This is the best. He tagged Mark Shapiro in the tweet. Will Mark Shapiro get a contract extension with the @Blue Jays so everyone can see it?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm out on that.
Okay. Someone asked, do you think the Jays are done making moves this offseason? Yeah. And if not, what trades do they make or moves? The best thing about trades is you never know they're going to happen until they happen.
Yes, like for example, Nathaniel Lowe to the Nationals. What the fuck?
Josh Naylor to the D-backs.
Yeah, it's like who the hell would have pegged that to happen?
Not me.
Exactly.
Um, yes, that was a weird deal too.
Very
The
weird.
YJ's was telling me too that he thinks the Carlos Santana deal is going to age like Kiermaier.
Really?
Yeah, and that could be interesting. He can't hit right-handers, so put him in there. But maybe he's platooning with Manzardo, so that could
Yeah.
be okay. So I wanted to know what you think the over/under win total for the Jays is going to be at this point.
I think 73.5.
Holy shit! I'm going to check right now, see if they're up.
There's no chance. Like they don't do that till spring, I'm pretty sure.
They're here, brother.
No. What are the Jays win total?
76.5 as it
Oh
stands
my
right now.
God. That under might be just like the easiest bet ever right now.
I think it's an over bet at 76. We finished on 72 last year, getting swept by the Marlins at the end in 3 with the worst bullpen of all time. Does the bullpen look exactly the same?
Yeah, I mean, what are we
Yes.
talking about?
But you get Bo back. Bo's worth 2
Five
wins,
wins.
3 wins.
Yeah.
Okay, that's win total talk. Um, oh my God, Anthony Ghost got signed too. I forgot to tell people
Yeah,
about that.
RIP. He's a Met.
Mets minor league deal. We couldn't have matched that shit.
Yeah, hashtag we couldn't match that. We couldn't match that. There's actually a good question right here, Abe, that I found.
Okay.
Which team would win, the 2007 Blue Jays with Doc as the pitcher or the current Blue Jays in a 3-game series?
Oh my God, I can
That
I can
2007 Blue Jays team was booty cheeks. Very, very bad.
yeah,
How many
I
wins
need
do they
to
have, Abe?
I'm gonna go on. I can't remember off the top of my head that when I was 10 years old.
Yeah, but okay, I thought you were pulling it up.
I am pulling it up. I got it. Well, 83 and 79.
This Jays team gets waxed.
Okay, let's go through the war leaders on this.
Doc goes 9 scoreless.
Yeah, no, they wax them.
Yeah.
Doc's 3.5 wins that year, 225 innings pitched. We used to be
Oh, we used to
a
be a
real sport.
society.
Alex
Gun.
Rios, Aaron Hill, Troy Gloss, John McDonald, Matt
Oh,
Sayers,
the '07 Blue Jays wax.
Greg Zahn, Frank Thomas, Vernon Wells, Lyle Overbay, and then Adam Lynn played some games.
The
Joe
'07
Inglet,
Blue Jays wax this team.
Joe
Wax.
Inglet, man, when he was
Sneaky.
here,
Sneaky.
he was the exact player comp of Joe Random when you made MLB The Show, and it was the first player that comes up on your creative player. Joe Inglet always reminded me of that. What a name. What a player. Yeah, 2007, probably landslide
Oh, they
victory.
beat the fuck out of them. They beat the fuck out of them. Here's one for Avery. When is Avery popping the question?
I got years to go, man. I'm all right. I got time. I got time. When the old lady says she wants to get engaged, we'll start talking about that.
Someone brought up having a Gate 14 bar. That'd be sick. Here's a good one. Would you rather spend $38 million a year on Burns or Pavetta and Tanner Scott?
I mean, Pavetta might be a bullpen arm again. That's the risk you run with Nick
Yeah.
Pavetta. Is he's going to give up 1,000,000 home runs again? Tanner Scott's as legit as you can get.
Yeah, he's
much.
so sick.
Why stop at? Yeah, just sign them all. You know what? Fuck it.
Fuck him. Here's another good one. If you could add any player from the 2015-2016 Blue Jays, not named Joey Bats, to this current team, who would it be? I'll start it off.
It's so easy, Josh Donaldson, to play third base.
It's Josh Donaldson.
Yes.
Like third base thumper, you have him and Vladdy back to back in the lineup. MVP, Josh Donaldson, chills. People forget Josh Donaldson beat Mike Trout for an MVP award.
He probably shouldn't have.
No, he shouldn't have, but he did.
He did.
So I think Josh Donaldson's the easiest answer ever, right? Like who else are you talking? I mean, who would be the other options really? Tulo,
like Ozuna, maybe.
Ozuna would be. I mean, aside from the domestic abuse.
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah, piece of shit, garbage human. But that's again, yeah. You need to score runs, and that's what Josh Donaldson would do. Someone asked if we have any T-shirt and merch ideas for 2025. Not yet, but I want to work on flags. That's the next thing.
Yeah, our distributor doesn't do flags, so it'll have to be another distributor having access to the website.
And hats.
The hats are the most hard fucking thing because I'm very picky with my hats. I like it to be like the one I'm wearing right now, where it's like tan or beige, I guess. Is this beige? This is not beige.
It looks
white.
very white to me.
Yeah, a white hat. Yeah, I'm right there. I'm very. I don't want it to be shit.
Yeah. What do you think of the ones we had made? I love mine that I wear all the time.
Yeah, I've never worn mine, but yeah, I mean they're fine. I just want them to be a little bit different. Like there's some like minuscule changes I kind of want to it. Yeah. Here's another one. Would you rather win a World Series this year but lose Vlad and Bo and go into a rebuild, or re-sign both of them and be contenders for the rest of their careers but never win a World Series?
It's an awesome question. And I keep going back to what's the goal of baseball? Is it to win the
World Series?
Is it to win the World Series, or is it to be good for a really long time?
Because essentially what's that asking is would you rather be what the Phillies have done the past 3 years or be the Nationals where you win a World Series and then you're just kind of poverty for the next, like, you're in a rebuild for 5 or 6 years? I'm taking the Nationals. I want a World Series in my lifetime. I'll say it. Call me greedy. I don't give a shit about the future. I want a World Series. I think that's where I'm at with that.
Yeah, I want to win the World Series, but I want to be good for fucking a long time.
But you can always hang your hat on the World Series, watch the highlights on them. We've never seen a World Series. This is essentially asking
That's
where
why I'm
we've been.
saying, like, yeah, I'd rather just be. We've seen the shitty Nationals part from our team for a long time.
Yeah.
The easy answer should be win the World Series and suck, but I don't know if I can get there. I want to win a lot for a long time.
Okay. Open presents on Christmas Eve at midnight or Christmas Day. When I was a kid, I was always forced to do Christmas Day.
I was never allowed Christmas Eve either.
Yeah.
Never.
Yeah. That's I was always that.
What's the best Christmas gift you ever got? That's a question from Jack here.
I'm trying to think. Like I really don't know, to be honest with you. How to be like probably an A2000?
Nice.
Yeah, Wilson A2000 when I was
I
playing.
can never remember. It was always hockey stuff for me. Like it was time to get new hockey gear at Christmas. I loved that. So that was fantastic. Really, really good. I saw a good question here, and I just scrolled right by it. So that is awesome. Community notes. That's what Greg's asking about. I love,
Awesome.
I love community notes. It got me, and I went back to Johnny. I put it on him. I said, "You're going to have to deal with community notes if you lie." And we have someone on the inside of community notes who's able to make it happen, which is very good as well. So anytime you lie, Johnny, which I know you like to do,
Yeah.
it's good engagement. We're just gonna get it community noted, and
There was a
it's funnier when it
discrepancy.
gets community noted. I
There
think.
was a discrepancy because I got community noted. I made that tweet before the signing of the Mets reliever.
I know.
So
I wish you could community notes
yes,
because that one was unfair to you. That one was wrong.
that's what we should have done, to be honest.
Yes.
Like, because I got community noted, I got wrongfully community noted. Like that wasn't right. Just so we're clear. But yeah, I'm addicted to community notes, and I Twitter loves community noting me, and that's just where we're at with that. With Christmas coming up, I know we did the Christmas wish list. What is the number one priority Christmas wish list for you? The number one, like if the Jays did this for Christmas, you'd have a happy Christmas.
Home runs. Someone who's gonna hit home runs.
It'd be so sick.
It would be the Santander for Christmas or Teo, I guess.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it would bring a smile to my face, and I'd be okay with, and I could get through Christmas with that.
It's just Teo rocks. I mean, there's no other way to talk about it.
He
The
is cool.
guy.
I mean, yeah, if we want Vlad, you sign Teo. Also, Rob has a question here that is down at the bottom. We've been commissioned to come up with the hashtag for this season. What are we going with? I have a good one. Hashtag don't suck.
Okay. I think I go true RGM mode, chase the miracle.
We just saved the team, man.
Chase the miracle. What do you think the hashtag is going to be? Again, I like the J social media team. AK's our guy. To the core, not great. What was the other one?
I don't even know what the one this year was.
It was to the core. Was this one? There was another one the year
Oh,
before.
next level was
Next level. That was teams had a field day on that one. Chirping the Jays. Next level and to the core. Not great stuff, to be honest with you. But yeah, it's a weird. It's a weird job to have making a hashtag for a fan base that's 90% miserable. They're gonna hate it no matter what.
it is.
We can make funny jokes out of it, obviously, with what we do, but some fans don't find it comedic. Is the right word?
Anything? Let's put some people on. Anything good you've been listening to, or reading, or watching these days, John?
Reading. What?
You said you've been reading.
No, I've been fucking reading. There's a show on Netflix. Or it wasn't a show. There's a movie on Netflix called Carry On. I'm a movie buff. I love movies. This movie pissed me off so much that I fast forwarded to the end. I watched the first 30 minutes and the
Yeah,
last 20. I
that's
was
ki-
like,
that's kind of what I did too. I was just hungover. I was sleeping on the couch. I
and you
watched it.
watched Carry On?
Yeah,
I'm not gonna no spoilers, but like it genuinely aggravated me how poorly they were like Jason Bateman was treating this TSA worker. Like I was legit very very mad, to be
yeah.
honest with you. But yeah, I mean we have 2 more days left to watch the Polar Express, by the way.
I need to get on that.
Yeah.
I've been listening to, for all the hockey fans, Hockey Night in Scottsdale is the funniest shit I listened to in a
Oh,
long
it's
time.
so good.
It
Oh,
is
it's
it's vulgar, like it's not. It is, but fuck, one of the funnier podcasts I'd listened to in a long time. So if you're into hockey, listen to those two idiots chop it up, man. Special stuff.
and this is my thing. I put this on Twitter yesterday. I'm a hell of a good dip truther. Um, I've
You
known
can't.
about it, but Avery. You know I'm a health guy. Like
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
dabble in it every once in a while, but like, god damn, dude, god damn.
What were you dipping into it? Chips?
Tostitos. There's like these Tostitos chips that are cheddar flavored.
Nice.
Oh my god.
I think if you go like a Ruffles chip that's plain into that dip is fantastic. It gets
A
in the
plane?
ridges. Yeah.
Yeah. That's a
That's
good
really,
point.
you can't
Everyone
do
should.
like the regular chips. They're too dainty. You can't get into the dip, man. But like a
Fair.
Ruffles and then hell of a good dip is good stuff.
That's fair. That's fair.
Are you gonna, do you have to make anything for Christmas dinner?
No, I think we're ordering in, to be
Fucking
honest.
rights, man.
Yeah, or we're doing salmon, I think. I don't remember what we're doing. It's like an Italian thing where on Christmas Eve, I want to say, you can't eat meat. It's like my family's not religious at all, but I don't know why they follow this fucking thing. But you can't have meat on Christmas Eve. So you learn something new
Interesting.
every day, I guess. You know?
You
Uh,
haven't been doing that your whole life?
I mean, we have been no meat on Christmas Eve. I it's like you have fish. So maybe that's why we're doing fish. I'm not sure.
That
But
that sounds like what's the Catholic thing where they can't eat meat on Fridays or whatever?
oh, Good Friday. It actually might be Good Friday. You can't eat me. I don't know. Someone can educate me. Someone can educate me in the comment section below. I have no idea. I'm not really that
Or
tapped in with
Lent
it.
or whatever that's called.
But you're going to Kansas this week, right? I thought you were going to Dallas.
No, Dallas, I have to go to that wedding in March. That's the first week of the baseball season. I have to go to the wedding.
Oh, you're going to the wedding.
I told
So
my buddy, I said it's pretty inconvenient when your wedding is. I told him that.
yeah, it's a little bit of a. Again, I saw this on Twitter, and I don't know if the married guys can answer this. If you do a destination wedding, you're a fucking asshole. I'll say it.
Yeah, no, I think I'm gonna have to do
My
it.
buddy's doing a destination wedding in Mexico. I just openly was like, I'm not going to that. It's like, what the fuck, dude? So first of all, we have to give you a wedding gift, and on top of that, we have to pay out of our pocket, take work off to go to your fucking wedding the day about you.
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing? If you have a destination wedding, I think you are a massive asshole. And
You
maybe
would
I'll
have to
change the
learn
course.
about the price of weddings in Ontario before you totally chirp it, I think.
Fine, that's fair. But
Yeah.
again, it's like, what the fuck? I mean, I know you want it to be more intimate when it's a destination wedding. Sure, maybe I'm ruffling a couple feathers saying this, but like, I'm already got to commit to your wedding. I got to commit a day or whatever, a day off after, obviously, to get banged up. But you're making me now fly? I have to fly to another country, go through customs to attend a wedding? What are we doing? It's crazy.
Your issue is going. I agree, man. It is insane. Yeah, that's
It
tough.
is well, but
If
your
if I'm
weddings aren't
going to
destination.
destination, I want to like take some time off for a week and then but at that point I want to choose where I'm going.
Treat it as a trip,
That's what you
right?
have to do.
That's where you're at with that. Just
This
treat
is
it
the
as a
best time. This is my favorite time of year, man. All my buddies are home. We went to the George, the local bar, a couple of Gate 14 guys in there, and I stood outside my like hometown bar for 15 minutes like we were in Toronto with a guy wearing a bulletproof vest as security. Like what happened to the
I
town
can
I grew up in? It was
I
insane.
can get behind that though.
Yeah.
I
So
can get behind
I
that
love when
totally.
all my buddies are back. They're all back in Georgetown. So spend times with your families. They
Yeah.
appreciate it, man.
And yeah,
Love it.
enjoy the holidays, enjoy Christmas. And I wanted to allude to this earlier because this is a little pull back of the curtain. I don't even think Avery's gonna be cool with me saying this, but um, just so the listeners can appreciate Avery and what he does, like I'll give a little push back on the curtain here, like a little behind the scenes. 3 years ago or 2 years ago, Gate 14 was approached by a company, piece of shit company, which I won't say, and they essentially offered Avery a type of gig, um, and they said he had to be done with Gate 14. This motherfucker stood on business, said fuck that company, and rode with Gate 14. In 2025, I promise you, we got things in the work. It will be worth it. Just to give listeners a little behind the curtain scene, behind the curtain for our little guy Ave Pup over here. But yeah, we're appreciative of you, Ave, and enjoy that little week off you have. No work.
It's not going to be a week. I'm going to be doing shit every day,
Well,
I
it's a little.
think.
You're going Ross Atkins mode.
I know
That's what you're doing.
it'll
You're
be
going
nice to
Ross
see
Atkins.
some of my buddies from college, and I appreciate the words. Um, wouldn't have done it if I didn't believe what we had here, man. So I still
Yeah,
believe in it.
and I
We'll
will
give it
forever
back.
hate that company. I'm assuming people can put two and two together with the way I speak about them, but
Yeah.
yeah, just it's a ride or die type of thing here. The Gate 14 is going to the moon, and would be a damn shame if we got to 10,000 subscribers at some point next year. That'd be kind of cool to see a little 10K number beside the Gate 14 badge on YouTube. But enjoy your holidays, man. Obviously, it's going to be a tough one for me. It's first holidays without my grandmother here, but we'll be powering through. Make sure you spend time with your loved ones. Grandparents, if they're here, spend time with them. Don't be on your phone. Don't be a piece of shit. Actually talk to them. You don't know how many Christmases you have left with them. So enjoy family time, man. It's a rare thing you get to spend this much time with your family and not work and not worry about work. So enjoy that, and we will talk to you guys next week. And here's a little question for the people: who comes back to work first, Avery or Ross Atkins? That's a question to be asked because you're back December 31st, right?
I'm back December 31st, but my old roommate from Tokyo is coming to Toronto, so I'm not working till the 6th, I don't think.
Okay.
Also, put in the comments what you would want to do, where you would take people in Toronto to sightsee.
Maybe Ripley's.
That was a good one that came out. He lived with me for a summer. The only Jays game we went to, Shohei Ohtani. He was so
Of course.
pumped.
I mean, the GOAT.
Yeah, he was so
He's
pumped.
a
All right,
legend.
guys. Love
All right,
you.
well,
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays. Keep running up those numbers on the Christmas album. We're getting residuals on that, residual listens. And enjoy the holidays, man. Love you guys. Gate 14 forever. One pod left in the 2024 year that we will be forgetting.
Maybe we have a transaction.
Another. Maybe we do. We'll see what Ross is doing. Love you guys. Gate 14 forever.
Yeah.